Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how I use Adobe XD to create my Pinterest graphics really easily and without a lot of thought behind it, so that I can create systems in place so I'm always consistently creating content and getting it out there so that it can work in my favor. Stay tuned, I'm going to show you all about Adobe XD. Hey guys, I just wanted to do a quick tutorial on how I use Adobe XD as a blogger. So Adobe XD, when compared to its other counterparts like Photoshop and Illustrator, Adobe XD is actually for designing mockups. So if you are a designer, like a web designer, you're creating mockups for a developer who's gonna basically use what your visual mockup is and then create the website based off of that, right? But at the end of the day, all these different tools are used differently by people like bloggers to make whatever images they want to make. And so Photoshop is typically used if you want to do photos and edit them and modify them. Illustrator is used typically for print and creating graphics, and then Adobe XD is for mockups. However, what I found with Adobe XD is that it makes it really, really simple in my day-to-day pinning process and YouTube uploads on creating consistent images on a daily basis quickly, okay? Canva can do the same thing. That's what I'm going to tell you, like straight up. Canva can do the same thing, but what I found is that it's easier to navigate in here. I'm not having to upload and copy and like upload stuff and then put my images into Canva. Like instead with Adobe XD, I can literally go to my blog post, copy and paste it, and it goes into Adobe XD really easily. So for example, for a YouTube video that I upload, I have this file. I already created like my first image and it's really easy to do. It's very, very intuitive, but what I'm going to show you is my workflow. I highlight this as a template, right? And then I hit Control Copy, Control Paste. Wait, and then Control Copy, Control C, Control V, okay? And then it literally copied this artboard. And then what I can do is I can rename this to, let's say I'm talking about stripes on wall, okay? And then I'm going to take an image from one of my blog posts here. I'm going to highlight it. See right here, copy image, okay, that's what I'm doing, and then I'm literally going to delete this image and then just paste it in there and then resize it, and then I'm going to bring it to the back, send to the back, and then change some text. This is my awesome text, okay, so that's my blog. Alright, so now highlight it, file, export, selected, and stripes on wall. I can change it to a JPEG if I wanted to. If I prefer that, I can make it a smaller file. I really don't change any of this, honestly. And then I literally have my text on my desktop now. So that's really, really awesome. Not my text, sorry, my graphics. The other thing I use it for is my pins. Let me see if I can find my pins real quick here. Okay, so these are my pins. Alright, and I've been doing this for the last 2 weeks now, and you can see I have different versions of this. Typically it's just a banner, but you can create like a bunch of different templates to start off with and then like go and create from there. So I've just stayed with this straight up like banner with opacity and then text above it. So if I wanted to go ahead and create one, and let's say I had this one that I wanted to do, I can literally hit Control Copy or Command Copy, whatever device you're on, and I have that. And if I wanted to, I can move this by just clicking on the little dots, going in there, and I can go ahead and delete that and then copy these images here from my blog. You don't see it on the screen, it's on my other screen here, and I can literally just put it in there just like that and do the same thing I just did. Okay, so okay, so now click that, and then I'm going to highlight it, send it back, and then now I can double click and change the font if I wanted to. Pro tip here, if you want, there's a tool called wordmark.it. That site allows you to see all of your fonts that are on your computer so that you can see what it looks like. What happens is if you add a bunch of different fonts in here, I found that Adobe Photoshop and that kind of displays your text on what it would look like tends to slow down the performance a little bit. So I set the setting in Photoshop specifically so that it only shows like this text. I use word market if I really wanted to see what the text would look like. Okay, so that's what I do. And then here, this little icon here, what that allows you to do is this first one allows you to change the text this way, but then this one allows you to like show like which section you want to show. And that's helpful when you like don't want to change the font size, but you want to see like it to mesh in that box. So also you can change the banner color. So here there's this fill color. So if I wanted to make it like red, I could do that. Or if I wanted to change the opacity, I could do that just like that. And if I wanted to add a border, I could do that using this little icon right here. So I could do, let's say, blue, if you want to see the blue, or purple, let's say purple. Go ahead, click that again, and then I can generate the size to be like 90. Enter. Wow, that's a big size. You would never do a border size of 90. There you go. That's really what I do for my pins. And then, like I said, I just highlight it on the title and then export, select it, and send it to my desktop, and then upload it to Pinterest or my blog. That's Adobe XD in a nutshell. Left panel is your tools. The right panel is where you can set your settings. Typically, you'll see in Photoshop all your settings are up here or on the left or the right. This one literally is, you can't really move these panels, kind of like you can in Photoshop and Illustrator, but your, again, main toolbar is here, and then your detailed subbar toolbar is on the right. There is the ability to prototype, so if you ever wanted to get fancy with your blog and create a new design mock-up for your developer to go and use, you can literally go, hey, this is what I want my website to look like. Click here, and then you can actually create a prototype where you click on a button and then it prototypes through the process of what your website would actually act like. I haven't done that for the blog specifically. I do that in my day-to-day corporate job, but this tool is really, really amazing if you are a blogger trying to create easy systems in your day-to-day work. In this example, I want to create pins every single day consistently, and this is the easiest way that I found in order to create pins for Pinterest, in order to drive traffic to my site, which then returns income through ads. Okay, so I hope that helps you. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below and subscribe to my channel for more tips and tricks like this. Take care, guys. Bye. I hope you found that helpful. I think that Adobe XD has been a game changer for me, especially when I need to change up graphics on old blog posts, and also be able to just copy and paste different boards so that I can just create on the fly. So I hope you guys found this helpful. I left a link below so that you can see which subscription that I use, so that if you wanted to get an Adobe subscription, you could. If you like tutorials like this, go ahead and click on the subscribe button and also ring the bell notification to get new notifications on when I post videos.